Hey everyone, welcome to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some Ark Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. So I thought what we would do today is something that's been requested a couple of times, is to look at some of the options for purchasable benches and items in the game. So if you go into your inventory and you look at this upper left hand corner, but the upper right option, this little beacon that changes colors, it opens this menu. So in this menu, what you can do is a number of things. You can purchase a Primal Pass, which allows you to not watch ads when you're logging in, get a permanent experience boost, get special access to certain servers that are going to be a little bit different. Basically, they don't have these extra options that the regular servers will have. So you'll have a more traditional Ark experience if you play on a Primal Pass server. On top of which, you can also buy sort of instant buffs and special items. So some of these buffs let you resist cold a little better or not have to eat food or water for a while. One of them increases your weight capacity for a while. And then the special item, the Soothing Balm, basically makes it easier to tame creatures. That's over here on the right. So you can also purchase Ancient Amber, so that pulls up the regular Ancient Amber menu. You can purchase a lumber mill, a dye studio, stone workshop, chef station, tannery, outpost, Metal Foundry, loading bench, and factory. Now each of these does a different thing. Basically what these stations do is give you special access to certain engrams and craftable items before you might make them otherwise. And they make them basically free. So if you have the amber to spend, you can just purchase one of these stations. Now since we're building the base, I'm actually going to build a stone workshop. You can see it costs 20 amber, and I've used some of my beta bucks, as they're called, to purchase some more amber. Alright. So now I'm going to go into my inventory. I'm going to find the stone station. I did test one, and I haven't figured out how to drop it yet. So we're going to use this new one that I've generated, and we're going to find a place to put it. Just kind of anywhere at the moment. You can pick them up once you're done with them. Whoops, make that go away. Alright, and you can see up at the top here that it says you have 500 chisels. And so what those 500 chisels are is basically currency. So if you open up this menu, you can purchase any of these items for the purchase price of chisels that's listed in the lower right hand corner. So in this case, we are going to need a whole lot of walls and a few window walls. So I'm actually going to create these for 15 chisels. And you kind of do this one at a time. It doesn't really let you do more than one at a time from what I've seen. Come on, there we go. Awesome. So this is the stone bench, and I think it's really going to be handy, at least for now. I'm going to use these pieces to build up the base a little bit, just to kind of test out the features. I'm not sure that I would ever spend real money on this in the game, but if this is the way you like to play, it's definitely going to be a time saver in terms of crafting, because stone takes a lot of crafting. Obviously we have the dodec to gather the stone, but gathering the actual wood that you need to make stone structures, to make these support things on the inside, the wood takes a long time, and you kind of spend forever basically just knocking down trees with a hatchet. Because beavers are actually a much higher level tame than we are right now, so it's much faster to buy these stations, I think. So I also wanted to check out a couple of the other stations while we're at it, just because I haven't played with too many of them. I'm particularly interested in the loading bench with the ammunition, the Metal Foundry, so you have like all these metal structures. So if you click on it, you can see the things that you'll be able to make, including the metal spike walls, which I think could be handy around this area. But really, I think I want to make this tannery, because this tannery lets you make all of these different saddles. And I think this is going to be amazing. This is going to let us tame whatever we want really early on. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this one. Awesome. And I guess I'm going to try to find a good place to put it. That could be an issue. Let's see. It is a little hard because it does want you to place them on flat ground. Now, I could place this in the base. The base is not quite done yet. As you can see, it is still a work in progress. But I think I may place it over here in this corner. Yeah, that'll work. It'll be fine here in this corner, and then this obviously is going to be where we extend this base out. I think I may want a little more room than this, and it is going to be 2 stories here at the back of the base. So it's not going to be just one level. So we're going to have lots of space for a workshop, and we should have space for some of these crafting stations as well. So I'm going to go in here and look at all of this stuff. Oh, cool. Okay, so these are also... I didn't expect this. These are also much higher level saddles than you would normally get. So looking at these, you're getting journeyman level saddles, whereas normally you can only craft a primitive saddle. Wow, so this is good. Although we do have a better scorpion saddle than they have. Ours, I think ours is a mastercraft. Cool. I may want this trike saddle. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make this trike saddle for our trike because our trike is amazing and he deserves a wonderful saddle. On top of which, I do want to create an RG saddle because we are at some point going to go and tame ourselves an RG. There it is. I'm really excited for this one. Now, also, if you run out of items, these cures in this case, these basically they're hides. If you run out of hides, you can buy more hides with more amber. So you can purchase more amber in the game and then refill basically how many hides you have in your station and craft items that way as well. You can just click off the screen to exit out of that. Cool. So I think that's going to be a really useful station. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the trike because I am really excited about this. Where is it? There we go. Hopefully this will just give the trike a little bit more... Was that the right saddle? No. There we go. Hopefully this will give the trike a little bit more armor. I do need to paint this one up. I really liked the blue saddle that we had. And you can see I also painted this saddle purple because when you watch ads, one of the most common things you get is a dye of some kind. So I did get like a purple dye and thought it looked really cool when I painted the Dodex saddle that color. So we have a purple Dodex saddle. Alright, so now one more station that I really wanted to check out today in particular is this dye studio. So this dye studio is going to be amazing because it's actually kind of a pain to create any of these things in a regular cooking pot. Like, it can be done, but it's kind of just a pain. You have to like get all the stuff, you have to get the water, put it all into the cooking pot, and it can be kind of an issue. So I am going to create a dye studio to kind of save myself some trouble there. And I think this is a really cool feature. Can I not place it here? There we go. I wonder if you can't place them too close to another structure, because it does not want me placing it on this edge. But it's not telling me why it can't place it there. Yep, they can't be placed that close together. Okay, so you do have to watch how much space you have between these things. If that's the case, I'm going to put this back in this corner. Actually, I may put it as close to there as I can. There we go. There's like a small space. Placing items in this game is a little bit difficult. Awesome. Okay, so now we have our dye studio, which actually looks pretty good. I like the small industrial cooker they have on the top there. That's a nice touch. That's a really nice touch. It just looks really good. Yeah. So obviously we're going to build up walls around all of this to protect this stuff, but I don't think other people can access this stuff unless we want them to. Okay, so it does look like this is kind of expensive. And obviously you can get free dye just from watching ads, or you can make dye in a cooking pot yourself. But I think this is going to be kind of fun. I definitely do like having some of this. I'm actually going to buy some of this blue dye. It is kind of expensive. They only give you 200 of this bench currency to start with, but I do want to dye up this saddle. Alright, let's see. Unequip. Drag it into our inventory. And then you color it by just clicking and dragging it on. There are no color regions in this game. Everything is basically... That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Everything is basically one color region. So you don't get to choose and make them look like really cool by painting saddles like different types of colors. Just basically the whole saddle gets colored, and that's what you have to live with. Oh, and also, I forgot to name this Pteranodon the other day, so we are going to do that right now. One other of the requested names that we have had recently is Connor. So this is Connor the Pteranodon. Excellent. And I think everybody else is up to date on names and all of that. Yes, we should be. Al and Sergio. Excellent. Cool. So it's a little bit awkward getting up onto this back platform because I haven't built a door in here yet to get up here. So I kind of have to like hop onto this rock to get up here. Alright. Let's see what else we have. So we have the Metal Foundry, so you can get just like raw metal if you want to use that for something. Obviously those metal spike walls would be kind of useful. And then any irrigation pipes you want, you can do those. The loading bench I really like the idea of because it has all of these arrows and trank darts and things. And so I feel like it's a little bit cheaty to purchase this and to use it at our level, but we may be doing that once we're already at the level to buy trank darts. I just don't like buying my way into the upper tier of the game. I think that takes a lot of the fun out of Ark, in my opinion. So I'm going to try not to do that one. And then obviously the factory lets you craft and get a lot of these resources like gasoline, the generators, air conditioners, and refrigerators. And apparently grenades, which is an interesting one, but I guess it's electronic? Maybe? What is really cool though is this outpost. So this outpost is kind of neat. It gives you basically the option to make rafts and all of this other stuff. So you could craft one of these, travel to a new area, and basically set up shop really soon just by... Oop, I'm thirsty. Just by purchasing one of those outposts and setting it up in a new area, you'd have like instantly a little way to get started in a new area, which would save you quite a bit of time in terms of setting up a new base. So that could be useful. Alright, so it is getting a little bit dark here, guys, but I'm not quite done yet. I wanted to go over a few more things and maybe try out the Soothing Balm on... Yeah, why don't we purchase this? We're going to try out a Soothing Balm on something. I'm not sure what that is going to be just at the moment. We're going to kind of wander around and see what we are going to tame. But we're not going to keep whatever it is that we tame with the Soothing Balm because, again, I like to play this game without using any of those purchasable items as much as possible, especially for something like taming. Like, even though it takes a long time to tame things, I really like to earn it, if that makes sense. So... yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring you guys back in a while once the night has passed, and then we are going to take Sergio out with his beautiful new saddle, which I don't feel too bad about getting because I could have gotten that from watching an ad at any point. And then we are going to go and tame something with the Soothing Balm and test it out, see how it works, see how fast it is. We'll probably try to find something that takes a while to tame, like maybe one of these Ankies and Dodics. They're pretty common in the area. Or maybe another trike. We'll see. Alright, so I will see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, everyone, it is now daytime, and we are down by one of my favorite places ever, the swamp. And what I see over here are a couple of potential taming dinos. So we have a couple of different Sarcos, a raptor, and obviously we can't tame the snake on this game because I don't think they're tameable in this game. But I do want to tame something, and I think that this would be kind of a fun tame. Whether we went for the raptor or one of the Sarcos, either way I'd be okay. I'm going to lead him away a little bit. Kill this snake over here. And we may, it looks like we may end up taming a Sarco if we have to hit this raptor enough. Come on, snake. Come at me. He's gonna be in the way. Oh, and they're killing a little snail. Poor snail. Alright, this raptor is gonna be a pain. I think what I'm gonna do... Oh. Now the snake wants it. Okay. There we go. Oh boy, that's a mess. Alright, I'm gonna come around this way. There we go. It would be helpful if I could actually move. Alright, now I'm gonna beat these guys up. I am a little bit bitter that these are now a couple of decent level Sarcos over here. Especially since I spent so long looking for a decent level Sarco when we actually did the Sarco taming episode. But that's okay. That's okay. I like the Sarco we have. He's good. He's safe. He's solid. Alright, so those are all dead. The raptor is running, which is great. That's okay. We'll chase him down in a minute. Or chase down something to tame. Because I do want to try out this soothing balm stuff. And make this episode a little bit more interesting. Can we not harvest this? There we go. That was some. If we're gonna tame a carnivore, we need the meat, so I'm kind of just making sure we have a little extra. Alright, now let's see if the raptor... He went down this way. He may be too interested in running away. That's okay. I know there's a Sarco over here. There we go. That one. So I think what we're going to do is try to trank out this Sarco here. There are a couple in the area. I'm a little worried about it. But we should be okay. Alright, and we're going to try the soothing balm on this guy. Level 2. That's good. He's not too tough. Come on. I don't like how it occasionally wastes a trank arrow. Like, it doesn't actually fire, but it says it was consumed. It's very frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna kill this Dillo real quick because I don't trust it, and because I think we might want the meat. Quit poisoning me. Now, this Dillo's gonna come for me. Come on. I will say the knockback on the trike is great for avoiding most types of damage, but it does take forever to kill any dinos that are coming at you, especially if they're like a decently high level. You just have to kind of like run after them. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this Sarco. We should be okay in this area. And so what I'm going to do is pop in that soothing balm, pop in a little bit of meat. Might as well throw all of it in. Alright, so we should be able to remote use that. And that should give us a taming boost, a 10 times taming boost. So I think what that means is that the taming is going to go faster. Or it should go faster. Yeah, so we may have to wait for this guy to eat a piece of meat. I'm gonna move the trike over here just in case. I want the trike between me and the swamp as much as possible. We do need to tame a frog at some point. I don't think they're going to be super useful on this map, but they are kind of cool, and I do want to just jump around on one for a little bit. So maybe we'll do that for an episode at some point. Alright, so it does now, if you look at the upper what's it called? Label, I guess. The hood menu on top where it says his name. You can see a little, like, unconscious symbol, the little Z's, but you can also see the little soothing balm mark that it now has on it. Currently we have 100% taming effectiveness. We'll see how that happens. So I am curious to know if this increases how much taming we do, or if it just increases the effectiveness. I'm hoping it speeds it up, because a 10x boost is huge. That's more than you can get on almost anything. Oh yeah. So this tames things at a 10 times increased rate. So that's crazy. We're gonna, man. It's a good thing we're not keeping this. So I can see how this would be a really useful item, especially when you're taming something like a T-Rex. The Rex obviously has... Don't come this way, Sarko. Don't come this way. Level 25. Of course he's level 25. Looks like he's running from that Chally. Anyway, so taming a Rex, which is normally a very, very long process, could be shortened quite a bit by using this item. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. If he'll fight me. He might be just too busy running. He's too busy running. He's running from that Chally, and that Chally's just strolling after him like, what are you gonna do? Oh, that's funny. Sometimes I love Ark. Sometimes. Moments like that make it all good. I'm not gonna mess with that guy. Anyway, so yeah, taming a Quetzal, taming a Rex, taming a Giga, especially those like particular 3 dinos. There's a couple more obviously, but those in particular, it would be really useful to use this soothing balm. You'd get so much faster taming, you'd lose far less effectiveness, all of that. Now, for this particular game, for the mobile game, I do think it makes sense to use that soothing balm on those dinos. Maybe not on like trikes and things like that, but on a Rex, on a Giga, on something like that, they take so long to tame that the battery on whatever device you're playing on, for instance, I'm playing on an iPhone 8 Plus, and my battery dies after about an hour of play, and that's with it like plugged in. It still is draining the battery because I'm playing on such high graphic settings because I want the game to look nice. So if you're doing that, I could see how using the soothing balm would make it a lot easier to tame those dinos in a reasonable amount of time, because I think that's the biggest limiting factor on this game. That's why the max level is 30. There you go, buddy. Yeah, that's why the max level is 30. That's why basically everything has been adjusted down. That's why the taming rates are a little bit faster than they are on the base game. That's why the dino movement speed has been increased, and actually you can increase movement speed on flyers now, which they've taken away in the base PC game, but is still an option on the mobile game. And that totally makes sense because the game is played so much faster. It has to be played faster because it's a mobile game. So yeah, I think the soothing balm is a good addition, and I think it might be worth investing in 1 or 2 of those. You could just watch ads to buy one of those and go and tame a Rex with it, because it would make it go plenty fast, and I think everyone would be able to have access to that. So that's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to unclaim this Sarko, which I believe you can do. Is it this inventory? Yes. So on this inventory under their stats, you can see there's a little tames button, and it shows you a list of tames you can have. And if I click off again, you can see we have 7 out of 12 tames at the moment. So you can have a max of 12 tames as a single player. And that does go up if you're part of a tribe or if you're playing single player, but I don't think single player has been implemented yet. I've been trying to figure out how to make it work, and I just don't see an option for it. So I don't think there is a single player option on this game yet, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If there is, I would love it because I would love to play that. Okay, So this is the Sarco we just tamed. I'm going to go ahead and unclaim that. Oh, that makes me sad. I just sentenced him to death. But, that's what we're going to do. I don't think we need it. It is really low level. We do already have a Sarco, and I'm not going to worry about it too much. I just wanted to test out the product. Cool. Okay. So, I think that is going to do it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit more showing off certain features of the mobile game that you may not have seen if you're more familiar with the PC version like I am. And hopefully you found it useful. If you do have questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, if you found yourself enjoying this video at any point, please remember to hit that like button. It really does help me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you want to see me play more Ark Mobile, go ahead and subscribe. Welcome to the channel. It's really fun, and we have a great group of people here, so if you do decide to join, welcome. Alright, that's going to do it for today, guys. Signing off, this is the Iguana. I will catch you in the next one.